So welcome back to the class third of the Python series, and in previous class we learned about virtual machines, variables and the keywords. And now today in this session we learn variables, constant and literals. After that we learned more about the command lines and the basic overview of the data types. So now let's start it. In previous class we define the variables and assign the value on the variables, just like name equal to style name. And after that we have some use of case sensitive, so the name and name is both not same. We can use both as a different variables. And you see, the names and the variables literals are the constant values which we use as a value. And we can also change the variable values, just like name equal to Deepak. So the name of the value which is assigned, that is Sahil, which is now refer to the Deepak. So we also use to assign the new value in the name. So now next we can assign multiple values, just like a comma b comma c, and we assign the 1 comma 2 comma 3. We can also do this like this. So if you saw the output of the following, so we use another Jupyter notebook. So this is a Python Google Colab we can use free of cost. So just write Google Colab and use it. It is free of cost, and when your system is very slow you can easily use it. Okay, so now I use, and when we define the values a comma b comma c equal to 1 comma 2 1 comma 2 comma 3, and we press shift enter, the it runs and the value is assigned to the abc. So we print a comma b ab. So you see the value of a is 1 and the value of b is 2. So we can assign multiple on a single line. Okay, so this is okay. And we see the previous video how the rules of naming in Python variables. So we start from any combinations of letters and digits using with the help of underscore, but we cannot start the variable's name from any digit. And we can use case sensitive because the both are not work as a same, and it's look like same but they have different reference in the memory. Okay, so the next topic is constant. So we the name, so its property itself means it never change. So when we define some variables, so it never change in the program. So for example, when we use a Python, so any variables we have to define as a constant. So we define the variable name as a as a uppercase, or we just declare the constant variable. Just for example, we define the pi value is 3.4, and we can never change in the program if we do any mathematical calculations. And for example, the second example is gravity, and majority we define these values or constant value in the any function or class, so we can use overall the class the same value. Okay, yeah, I told na we use the capital letters in the conventions to separate them from the variables. Variables are always write in small letter or in a cash camel letter. And after that we have defined the any literals or constant value in capital letters. And literals are basically the value which is a fixed value in the program. For example, we define the hello world, it is a fix, and we define some variables value and the values are fixed. Maybe these are integer, character, byte, float, anything else. So these are called Python literals. Topic is Python literals. So basically literals are the variable values. For example, we define the any num equal to 9. So here num is the variable and the 9 is the literals. So I hope you understand. They have numerical literals 1 2 4 5, any numbers. We have a binary, octal, hexal, these are the literals. And now we have go through the Python literals. They have a boolean, means they have a true or false, and the string character, and we have passed the single that are called character, and we pass on the double quotations that called double or single, they called a string. And after that we have some special literals in Python for, just for example, for none. If you the value has defined but I don't want to pass any value on the variables, so that time we use the none. And literal collections means we have used some important data types like list, tuples, dictionary, and sets. Here these are the literal collections, means they collect more than one value items in the one variables. For example, if we define of numbers nums equal to, we have stored multiple numbers 4 comma 5 comma 6 comma 8 comma 9 comma 12, and we print the nums. So you see, when we define the num equal to 9, they only store the one variables. But when we define nums equal to in square bracket, that is called a list in Python, they have stored all the values. And how we can access, we learn in more in the upcoming videos. So but when nums of 0 means index number, we call any variables from the list we have just called from the index number. Okay, so now we again start the Python comments. So what is comments? Basically, if I pass s equal to Deva, you know what is s? No. So what we have to do, we just write some command, means we not execute on the Python interpreter, but it is used as a reference of the coder. Means here define the s. For example, we have passed the list sets tuples of vowel. If you use variable names as same, then it is also helpful, but a e. So basically what we have do here, we just define the variable vowel and we show some comment lines. Comment line just ignore by the interpreter, and it is used as a reference for any coder. If you use u, then you can use. So we write here create the list tuple of vowels later. So it's defined by us, and here it is. And another example, when we have get some username of variable defined, so get the user name of the client, and we define name equal to input, and we pass some reference variable reference, enter the name. So the anyone know the name, and we pass call the name variable, and we run it. So what here we do is just we reference key, here we enter only the client name. So client name is Deep, and we go for it. So this define how we, and inside the input we define a string in double quotations, which are reference for what we store in the name. So I hope you understand how the comment use, but it is a single line comment. So we have also use multiple, also use we multiple hashtag use multi-line comments, and then this is a single line now, so we not use. So how we can use? So simply we pass 3 : So for multiple lines comment, we use quotations. So single quotation three times, one, two, three, and we write this is a multi line comment, and we again close with the single quotation three times. So this is a single line, multiple line comments. So this, see, the comment lines works, and we can also use double quotations with it. So three times, one, two, three, and one, two, three, and between them we just write this is this is also multi line comments. So we add more line here, and it's run without ignoring the variable, because when we define some variables here, so print deep, so it's print the deep. They have indentations because Python has indentation. They have a one space not needed, and it's only use a single space, or it's use a tab space, approx 8 spaces, and after running it's only run the deep, and it's ignored by the compilers, and it is understandable by the us or any programmer who use the program. So where we see and why we use this. So basically we run any programs or anything, we follow any documentations, they have write some documentation strings. For example, I saw Python library, Python numpy. So when we click the documentation part, and we have also see the code as well as, so they're defined, because when we use now, for example here we use len, means length of the variables, and we have bracket. So it's so some pop-up, and these pop-ups are defined on the these quotations. Why in this double quotation or single quotations? So return the number of the items in the container, means any variable or object has a how much numbers are there and how the value length of this variable, so this returns. And we saw some another, so another example is we have used the range function range, and when we use range they have also some, so like range stop, start, and steps they have defined, and then define how we use this function. So how the documentations or multi-line comments or single line comments useful for us. So when we have pass start from the 4 and in from 7, and the step is 1, and when we run, so we can use easily any files or any functions or class of the Python with the reference of the documentations. So I hope you understand where we use these comment lines or readable for the future reference, and comment are used for debugging purpose, and we use the comment for the code collaborations. And when we use in peer developers, it means when we code on the same project with the different developers, so at that time we understand how the code works and what is the code purpose. They write some comment lines there. So I hope you understand. Now the next topic is data types. So here we only describe the basic of data types. So they have mainly various data types in Pythons, but majority we use list, tuple, dictionary, and sets. But we have some data types here, that is numeric, where we have numbers data types, they have int, float, and complex. And the next one is string. We have used all the sequence of characters, and sequencing means, and we use all the collections of items, and we learn more about this list, tuple. And the mappings means they have the key value pairs, this is a dictionary, boolean, sets, and these are the data types. And we know the numeric has a int, float, complex, So we define all one by one in this PDF, and I will give you in the descriptions so you can learn or read the descriptions. So int is a single, all the single integer, float is a point value, and complex is a complex number, that is a xi plus j. These are the, and how we know ki which data. For example, I show you some here. So now we have, so 9, so num, so we define types is another function in predefined function in Python, so you can use this to know about the data types of the any object, or num, and run. So you see the num is which type of, int type of, we define in the previous cell, and we also define the nums now. So types of nums, so this is the also a list, and we also define a vowels now. So type of vowel reference object, so this is also a tuple. So we see how these are used, tuples functions, predefined, and we learn more about predefined function because it is very useful in all over the Python series. And these all Python list we have know, and the Python data types we have already known. Dictionary data types, oh, I will show another example of dictionary because I'm not showing any. So how we define, so we have defined the name with the value. So fruits equal to, I have a one apple fruits, and the quantity of apple is 34, and the another is banana, and its quantity is 12, and the another fruits is orange, and the quantity of orange is 40. So how we define the dictionary in any variable, so we just pass the key and it is a value, and we pass on the curly braces, and when we call, so simply print fruits. So it's give back the variables which is stored are in the fruits variable, and we also call one by one. So fruit 0, but it is work not, because this is not a list item. So they give me the back the dictionary item. This is one item, second item, third item. So I hope you understand this. And accessing values, how we can access value from any, so we have to learn more and more descriptive way on the data types in upcoming videos. So I hope you understand from the basics of data types, and now we end our video here. So we meet again in next video. Till you learn, and thank you.